Here's Brody Brazil.
Okay, we're going to do something different this time around. Normally, it's just one voicemail per video, but I've got two people that called in to 8334-BRODY. Different approaches and different things they wanted to say, but basically talking about the very same topic. So for the first time ever, it's a doubleheader starting with this one.
Hey, Brody, it's Raul from Fresno. Go Dogs. I was calling because I'm sure you've heard the news about the Modesto Nuts being done away with as a affiliated organization.
Yeah.
And it just hits close to home because I grew up going to Bakersfield Blaze games. Same thing happened to them. You know, growing up in the area, just the Central Valley, you know, and being aware of now with the Oakland A's situation, it really got me thinking about small market. And not saying that Oakland's a small market, but it became undesirable for John Fisher. I guess what I was wondering is, what is your opinion? Because to me, it feels like small market teams now more than ever, especially in California, are not long for the sporting landscape. Just wanted to know what your opinion on that is, because as sports have begun to evolve, I feel like money is really, really starting to take over, and big markets is where it's at. Thanks, Brody. Big fan. Watch a lot of your videos while studying. Like I said, go Dogs.
Awesome. Raul, you must be from Fresno State. Bulldogs. I'm a Spartan of San Jose State. We should be rivals, but it's all good. I'll take your call, and I really appreciate your support here on the channel and calling in. And for those who are not aware, Fresno, I guess, probably a several-hour drive away from Modesto. I'm here in the Bay Area, about 90 minutes away from Modesto. And Raul, I also feel for this situation. I resonate with Modesto baseball fans because I know what this is like. It is still so fresh to me to have a baseball team not be able to work it out with a city, and a city not be able to work it out with a baseball team. And in the end, fans of that team for a very long time, the Modesto baseball team, now called the Nuts, formerly called the Nuts, they've existed for many decades, 70 plus years, and now it simply goes away. So my heart goes out to Modesto baseball fans, not just because of proximity, not just because you're kind of my in-state neighbor, but also, I've been through this before. I totally realize the situation. On now to call 2.
Hey, Brody. This is Kyle from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I don't know if you cover a lot of minor league baseball news on your channel, but I did see that the single A affiliate of the Oakland Athletics, the Athletics in Modesto, played their final game after 79 years. I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that shakeup. Sounds like they're moving franchises, switching franchises, low A affiliates with the Angels. Sounds like the Dodgers are getting a new facility in Ontario. I was just wondering what your thoughts were on that shakeup, how you feel for the people of Modesto. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks.
Kyle, also, thank you for calling in with this very same topic. I just want to make one correction. The Modesto Nuts used to be the A's single A affiliate. They were the Modesto A's for a lot of decades and years. But they are still right now the Seattle Mariners single A affiliate. So gone are the days of the A's affiliation. This doesn't have anything to do with the A's other than it's a very similar situation on a much smaller scale. It's single A, at a single A level of baseball, that a team is just up and leaving. And in this case, they got new ownership. The new ownership of the Modesto Nuts are the main reason why this move is actually happening. But the story goes back, well, let's start 79 years ago. Pro baseball has been around in Modesto for that long. The team had their final home game at John Thurman Field, August 31st, a little more than a week ago. And just yesterday, as maybe you're watching this, September 7th, they played their final game ever in franchise history on the road. Those dates are going to be etched in a lot of people's minds and memories. And I get it. We're talking about Modesto here, not the biggest city, part of the Central Valley, neighbor of Stockton, way outskirts of the Bay Area in Central California. But this is important to people in Modesto. Again, 79 years of professional baseball in that city, gone. John Thurman Field, it's been upgraded, it's been renovated over the years, it's been improved, but it has hosted minor league teams since 1955. 70 years of hosting minor league baseball, gone. Now, this team has been affiliated with 10 different Major League Baseball clubs, including the A's over the years, and most recently they were owned and ran by the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners sold their single A affiliate to Diamond Baseball Holdings. More about them in just a second. That's why they're highlighted in blue. That's part of this entire situation. The Mariners at one point, being part of Major League Baseball, had kind of broke the bad news to Modesto that their ballpark, to get up to standards, the new standards, the 2020 standards of minor league baseball, it would need more than $30 million of repairs. The city didn't want to pay for that, nor should they be on the hook for that instantly overnight. The Seattle Mariners at first, from what I understood, didn't want to pay. Then maybe they did offer to pay. It's all very cloudy, and I'm not here to kind of tell that story or point fingers, but I will have more to say on that in just a second, so hang tight here. This is a team that was the 2023 and 2024 California League champs. They're not in that situation this year, but they had some success, and now they go out like this. Purchased by Diamond Baseball Group, who owns a total of 35 minor league baseball teams, this Modesto franchise, as mentioned in the calls, is going to move to San Bernardino, which is in Southern California, if you're not familiar with the geography here. So Central Valley team going to SoCal. They're moving to San Bernardino. They will become the Inland Empire 66ers. That's right. So this team is totally changing its name. The Inland Empire franchise is going to move to Rancho Cucamonga. So the Angels affiliate down there is going to move to Rancho. And the Rancho Cucamonga team, the Dodgers affiliate, is going to move to that brand new spoken about home in Ontario. This is almost like it doesn't even matter, huh? That we're moving teams and affiliates and players around, and it's all just like somebody's puzzle pieces that they're just playing around with here. And for a lot of people, this is their hometown team. This is where you bring the family. This is the closest place to experience baseball and entertainment on any professional level, if you are in any of these smaller cities in California's Central Valley. All those teams, by the way, are owned by Diamond. That's how they're doing this. They just decided, you know what, let's kind of move. Let's do musical chairs here. You here, you there. We'll just do it all in one year, have a clean cut. We purchased Modesto. We don't want to be in Modesto. A new stadium was proposed a couple years ago. Obviously, Modesto couldn't do that, couldn't improve John Thurman Field. So the new company says, you know what, we're just out of Modesto. It's as simple as that. This cures our other problems, so we'll do this because it's easier for us. Removing this history and this team, it just seems wrong. And it also feels like Modesto is probably not going to get another minor league baseball opportunity. And maybe I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong about that. I've already heard reports that the Pioneer League is in talks with the city of Modesto to bringing a team to John Thurman Field, maybe for next season or soon after that, and that would be great. But I feel like if you've been an affiliate of a major league team, and even though it's changed over the years, you've got somebody to be associated with, you've got players to watch to go to the next level, you're tied into somebody's pipeline, it's unfortunate if Modesto doesn't get another chance, similar to maybe Oakland. Because Oakland couldn't provide the demands of a professional baseball team. $32 million to fix up a stadium? Now, I get it. I know what happened in 2020. They downsized minor league baseball. Major League Baseball took it over and said, we need consistent standards and we need safety stuff and we need a certain threshold of facilities for our minor league players. I can appreciate that. They are professionals. They do deserve something. They deserve a standard of decency. But $32 million, like overnight, the ask for that, like the demand for that, if we don't get $32 million pumped into John Thurman Field, new clubhouses, new field, new warning track, new fences, whatever, we're just out of here on a whim? Now, I did hear those reports that at one point the Mariners organization was willing to pony up $32 million. And by the way, if you're going to spend $32 mil, maybe just build a whole brand new stadium. A minor league stadium costs more than $32 million? Probably likely in this day and age, but there were renderings that the city of Modesto entertained, and they ultimately did not get around to doing it. But it seems unreasonable that that should be pitched on the city and saying, okay, you own the field, you need to do this, otherwise we're gone. So the point is, no matter if the city absolutely denied it, they wanted no part in it, or if the city actually stopped the Seattle Mariners from going forward with this, no matter what, either way, nobody was the hero here. This reminds me so much of the Oakland situation, to the point that you've almost got two ships crossing in the night. Like they can't see each other. They're speaking different languages to each other. They're not even aware that there is some common ground. All it takes sometimes is a hero. Not to switch gears here, but it's like a point guard in basketball. Somebody to pass the ball around, to facilitate the offense, to make sure that everybody's getting their touches, to put people together on the same team to get something done. Good situations and teams that stay and have good fits and it works out for everybody, all parties involved. There is a hero. There is a point person involved in all of that. And again, I'm not going to pretend like I know all the details of this Modesto situation because it kind of just came out sloppily. Like, wait, the team offered to pay and the city said no? Or the fact that the team just said, you're on the hook for this entirely and we want nothing to. I don't know that it was either of those situations, but there was a mix of all that going on behind the scenes. We'll never know. But here's what we know now for certain. There was no hero to put this all together and make it happen. I would also kind of float this out there too. The mass ownership of minor league teams. This Diamond Group owning 30 plus minor league teams, is that great for minor league baseball? And I mean, the opposite is they're all owned by different entities and whatever. But the fact that there's almost like a monopoly on owning minor league baseball teams, like one company has a lot of say in where these teams go and what they do and playing one city versus another and the next city. And making sure like that one company's got a lot of leverage if they've got teams and they can move them all around. And in this case, they can just play like tic-tac-toe with them. That is kind of interesting. Here's what I want to take away. 200 employees that work at the baseball park in Modesto are likely to now be displaced. Either working for the team or doing concessions or parking or all the things necessary to make minor league baseball happen every summer in Central California, in the Central Valley. And so that's unfortunate. I know what that's like. I've been there, and that's not fun. And we've known this was coming for a while, but that still doesn't make it easy what just happened. So my heart is out there for Modesto baseball fans. I hope it works out. I hope you get another chance. If Major League Baseball is really talking about expansion, well, guess what? They will need more minor league teams too, and I hope that Modesto is easily put back into the consideration. If they've done it successfully for almost 80 years and 70 at the current ballpark, they should get another chance to make it happen down the line. Do I feel optimistic about that? Not really, but I certainly do hope there's a chance. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Also, while you're down there, a thumbs up helps me, this video, and this channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you back here next time.